Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gigi with Gigi Loves Beauty Too, and I'm back with another video. And today we're continuing my palette ranking series, and this time around we are going to do Blend Bunny. So without further ado, let's get started with this video, y'all. Before I go any further, I am literally so obsessed with this bold monochromatic pink glowy look. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I do have Blend Bunny on my eyes today. And what I'm doing with my palette ranking series, as far as how I'm ranking my palettes, I'm not necessarily ranking them by how often or how much I've used them. It's really just based on how the color story appeals to me, how it performs, how I feel when I look at the color story, if it inspires me to be super creative. That is how I'm ranking my palettes. Also, the criteria for ranking my palettes is I'm only doing brands where I own 5 or more palettes from. I feel like buying multiple, 5 or more palettes from one brand tells me how much I love that brand and enables me to do a fair ranking. So I own 5 Blend Bunny palettes. Let's go ahead and get started. Coming in at number 5 is the Forget Me Not palette. And I picked this up on sale for like $20. It was on clearance because they were discontinuing it. Honestly, I feel like that's how I picked up almost all of my palettes when they were on sale. They have a really good Black Friday sale, and they usually have like 35% off. They also will have just random sales on their website. If you check their Instagram, they'll have like flash sales and stuff that's on clearance. So that's how I picked this up. Let me show you the color story. This is very cool tone. This was designed here. Hold it like this so I don't blind you with the mirror. This was designed for to be a face and eye palette. It is very, very cool tone. I do enjoy this palette. It's got, all of these really beautiful matte shades and then all of these shimmers down here that can be used on your eyes or as highlighter. For me though, the Blend Bunny shades, these shimmers right here, I wouldn't necessarily use them as highlighter. I would only use them on my eyes, but they are beautiful. And you can go by row, up and down. You can go across. All the shades work together. I just will say it's very cool tones. So I mainly have only used this on my eyes because the tones are a little too cool for me to use like on my face. I feel though, if you are a makeup artist and you do a lot of fair skin, cool tone clients, this is perfect. This is perfect for that. And I have used this on a few fair tone women before, and it looked absolutely beautiful on them. So yeah, that is the reason why this is coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Lure palette. This is their first mermaid themed palette. It looks like this. It has 24 shades. Blend Bunny mattes are literally outstanding. They have some of the best matte formula from any indie brand that I have ever tried. But again, I only purchase from them when a color story like seriously appeals to me. And a lot of their color stories have been running pretty similar because they do a lot of rainbow palettes. But with this specific palette, I felt like this would add something a little more unique to my collection. I love colorful makeup, clearly, especially colorful eyeshadow. So this is right up my alley. And I love the format. I love the format where she has, the shimmers all in one row. Then she has the pastels, the midtones, and the deeper tones. But multiple people with multiple different skin tones can use her eyeshadows. I absolutely love that about her brand. I just, even though it's bright, it's beautiful, it's colorful, I just feel like this is not towards the top as I would want it to be. I want to use it a few more times and create a few more looks. And maybe in the future, it might bump up in my ranking. But for right now, this is number 4. Coming in at number 3 is the Longing palette. Once again, I purchased this on sale. I didn't purchase it when it first was released. I am not sure what is available and what isn't. I think the Lure palette is definitely still available. I'm not sure. This might still be available because this was a very, very popular release. Lots of people love this palette. This is a cool tone color story, but again, the uniqueness of it, the uniqueness of the cool tones that she has in here. You have every shade of cool tone you could want. Your greens, your grays, purples, a little teal action, neutral. The shimmers in here, I honestly feel like this is her best shimmer formula that she has done so far in one of her larger palettes. This has 20 shades, 24? Yeah, 24 shades. It's stunning. I totally obsessed with this palette. I'm totally obsessed with this palette, but not as obsessed as I am with the next two palettes that I'm going to talk about. But yeah, this is number 3. It's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. If you are into cool tones and you can still get this, use somebody's code. Somebody got a code out there and get your hands on this because it's beautiful. Coming in at number 2, you might side-eye me a little bit for this, but I am going with the Noctilucent palette. Technically, this is a highlighter palette, but for me and my eyeshadow and my taste, this is an eyeshadow palette. It is an eyeshadow topper palette. This is what it looks like. So it's got 6 shades. I mean, every tone that you could want in a topper is in this palette. I have tried this actually on my face before, and I just felt like the formula was just a little bit too chunky for me to have on my face. I'm not super into the glittery highlighters anymore, not by themselves. I still love a good highlighter. I still love to bling to the gods, but I don't necessarily want chunks of glitter in my highlighter. But my eyeshadow, on the other hand, yes, please. Like, give me all of this. Give me all of this. So this is an eyeshadow topper palette for me. It's stunning. I've used every single shade in here multiple times. I actually have the shade Phenomena right there as the topper on my eyes. It is the centerpiece of my entire look. So yes, if you have this palette and you are intimidated by using it on your face, use it on your eyes. It is absolutely stunning. My number 1 Blend Bunny palette is, you probably already know, but maybe you don't, but here it is. The Surge palette. Oh, this is the first palette I ever bought from the brand. This palette is unfortunately discontinued because the neons that are in here, she could no longer get the supplies to make, but here's the color story. For me, this is a perfect palette for me. This to me is a perfect rainbow palette. You have pastels, you have your midtones, your deeper shades to deep up your looks, your shimmers right here, which I do think her shimmers have evolved and are better. She has better quality shimmers, like the Longing palette. Oh, the shimmers in the Longing palette, mix that with this. This is what's on my eyes. The rest of the shadows that are on my eyes, I have these 4 shades right here, the pink row, if you could see. Let's see. Their shades are Maybe, Taboo. I have All Mine, and then I took that Phenomena shade and put it over top of All Mine, and then I used the shade Charge, the neon shade, to kind of use as a brow bone highlight. But yes, this to me, this is a perfect rainbow palette. Perfect rainbow palette. Just perfection. I can't say it enough. So even though it's discontinued and it's not available anymore, if you have it, pull it out and use it, girl. If you can find it, grab you one because it is absolutely stunning and my top favorite palette that I own from Blend Bunny. This video is about palette ranking, but I also want to share their brushes. Like, I have become obsessed with Blend Bunny's brushes, and I mean, having a good, sorry, I'm dropping stuff. Wouldn't be a GG video if I didn't drop anything, but having a stellar eye makeup look all depends on the brushes that you have. So the majority of the ones that I have here, this is the Forget Me Not collection, these pink and white ones. So these were released with the Forget Me Not palette. And then there's also a face brush, like an angled face brush that was in this set. So there was a face brush. Let me pull out the brushes here. This angled brush and this brush. So it was a set of 5. So you got 4 brushes for your eye and then 1 brush for your face. And the reason why I have so many of these is they went on clearance for like $6. Like $6 for the whole set. So I bought like 3 sets. These are great, especially if you have hooded eyes or smaller eyes. These brushes right here are fabulous for putting on eyeshadow. And then the other set that I love, I dropped one of the brushes, but this set right here, it actually comes with 5. Let me get the other brush. I apologize if you can hear my dog Teddy snoring in the background, but yeah. So here is the full set of the 5 brushes. I only bought one of these, and I believe the darker the color of the brush, they end up getting like smaller, right? So again, these are smaller blending brushes. They're perfect for hooded eyes, and these brushes just help you create beautiful eye looks, as I've done right here. Now the shimmers, I usually don't use shimmers on brushes. I always use my finger, but this flat brush right here, if you don't want to use your finger, this is a really nice flat brush to put on shimmer shades. And that is a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new here and you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, make sure that you're following me on my other social medias. Gigi Loves Beauty 2 will put that handle right here. I am a little bit more active on Instagram than I am over here. So if you want to keep up with me in between these videos, go ahead and follow me over there, okay? I do mini vlogs and I post makeup looks. I believe this look will be up on my page by the time this video comes out. So yes, we will continue with my palette ranking series. I have to look at my collection and see what brand is going to be next, but I'm having really, really fun. I'm having a lot of fun just getting back into filming and talking about eyeshadow. It's my favorite part of makeup. Clearly you can see. So yeah, enough rambling. Thank you guys again for joining me, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.